Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Barbecue. My name is Mike. I've got my friend Carl here with me today.
How you doing?
And we are going to show you some basic knife skills and cutting skills today with some veggies and some safety stuff as well. So hang in there, we'll be right back, we'll get started. Alright, so check this out. We're sitting here, we planned on doing this video a couple weeks ago. Knife skills, knife safety, basic stuff, and my doorbell rings, and this comes from Pit Barrel Cooker Company. This is no lie, this is the biggest coincidence ever, and since it came, I just thought I would show it off. So they sent this out to me, I guess as a Christmas gift, because I do videos for them. I love my Pit Barrel cooker, but they sent me this this carving set, and man, super happy to get this. So thanks Noah, thanks Amber, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna save this for my next cook on the Pit Barrel. Meanwhile, what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna we've got some celery, we've got some onion, we've got some pepper, some cucumber. And as you guys know, my channel is all about just everyday guy type stuff, everyday cook. I'm not a chef, I've never been to culinary school, I just am a foodie, I love food. And Carl, who just filmed a knife sharpening video with me, has been, well, let's go ahead and go over your credentials again, because what I really want to do is I want people to know that they're learning from an expert, and I'm going to be learning from you right now, so it's invaluable to me. Everything that you're going to show, I'm hopefully going to retain and be able to use on the channel. So tell us again, real quick, your background with culinary.
Well, I've been in the business over 50 years, and I'm only 40, that's hard to believe. And I graduated from Washburn Chef School. I was the corporate executive chef for research for Hershey Chocolates, National Portion Control, same for Farmland Foods. I worked for another company called Little Lady Foods, and I worked with Iron Chef, but I can't mention who he is. I had a deli. I was at the Chef Carl's Amazing Grace. I did University of Illinois for 18 years, and I was executive chef at Chateau Louise. I was in Dundee, and that was like the place to go. It was a resort, now it's a parking lot, but hey.
So it's safe to say that if somebody wants to learn basic knife safety, how to chop things, they're in the right place.
Yeah.
So we're going to get started right now. What should we do? Should we start with the celery?
We'll start with the celery, and the biggest thing with any cooking or chopping is A, be aware of what you're doing, B, make sure your knife is sharp, and C, just have fun with it. So I'm just going to trim this little edge off here.
And I'm going to work with him as he does his. I'm going to go ahead and do mine.
And you can save this for soup, or I can chop up later for chicken salad or something. Now, normally I tell you to put the vegetables this way because it's flat, but because celery's bowed out, I'm going to put it this way, and I'm just going to go through this way, and then I'm going to finish it by going down.
So just poke through?
Yep, poke through. Just takes time. There you go. And now just pick it up and go.
Finish going straight down?
Straight down. Perfect.
All right.
So then, you can take this, and if you want, cut each piece into strips. And see, even I screw up a little bit here. But the good thing is, I can still use it. Or, I can eat it. Perfect.
All right, so I'm just going to cut this into strips, just like so.
Keep your hands over like that.
Oh, like this. Okay, gotcha.
I don't want your fingers in.
Gotcha.
So,
see,
now,
this is why I'm doing this video. I need my fingers.
You're going to hold the celery almost like a football pose, like if you're a linebacker. Okay. You keep your fingers back, your knuckles out, and don't have too much at one time. And you start, and that knife should be riding on your knuckles.
All right, so I'm like this. I want my knuckles out.
That's right.
Fingers back.
Right, and the knife should be just touching your knuckles. Okay. And you can either do it like that. That's good. Okay. At first, it might seem awkward, but then just slide.
Slide. Now, when I want to, so when I'm moving, this is an important question that I have. And am I pushing the celery forward, or am I moving the knife backwards?
You're moving the knife backwards.
Okay.
So it's And your hand is just sliding back. And you can see what nice.
He's a lot faster than I am.
Well, speed comes with practice.
Safety first.
Yes.
All right, so how did I do here with that?
That looks pretty good.
Okay.
Now, if you got to the end and it's wobbly,
Yeah.
then just do 1 or 2 pieces at a time, rather than trying to hold the whole bunch.
Okay. So again, we get knuckles out,
Right.
fingers back,
Right?
knife down,
Yep.
and then we're just pushing the
Just pushing
celery
it.
forward.
And at the very nub, take 1 piece at a time and just chop each nub.
Gotcha. So if you have stragglers like this, like uneven pieces,
Yeah.
now what I would do is I'm just going to take
Check
one
one
at a time, just for safety.
Yep.
All right, let me
Like
get
I
those
said,
out.
safety first, speed comes later, and when you're, if it takes you 5 more minutes to chop that than it takes me,
At least I still have my
well, at least
fingers,
you have your fingers. You can play the piano.
which I don't do, but I want
Which
to
I
go.
couldn't do before, but now you can. All right.
All right, so that's basic celery stuff. And
Yeah.
again, this is applicable, like this is just how Carl does it. Now, you can just chop this along if you want, even if with the bow. But the most important part of this is learning the bow in here. So in other words, your knife is going to touch your knuckles, and it's going to be on an angle, your fingertips are away, and that's where your safety comes from with this. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to chop. So this is riding my knuckles. I'm gonna go down, and I'm just gonna continue this motion, keeping my fingertips out of the way.
That's right.
So-
now, you want to make celery sticks, you take these same pieces and you just cut them like, and you got celery sticks. If you want smaller ones, cut them in half for your veggie tray.
Okay. So
Okay.
what's next? We got
Well,
celery. What should we do next?
Let's do an onion. I'm going to use a red onion, and because I'm going to show you. Some people leave the root. Yeah, root. I can't say root.
Do they really?
Yeah, but I don't.
Okay.
But the reason I'm using this, you see these lines? They're called ribs, just like in a human body. So, you're just cutting that off. Now I'm going to take my little paring knife, take the skin off. So, when you're, you can have that one.
Okay.
So the biggest thing is, in cooking, there's a lot of road maps, a lot of things you can see. So you have the ribs. So a lot of people, what they make a mistake when they're dicing, they go straight down, and then you end up with a big chunk, like this. Follow the rib, start on an angle, don't go all the way through. And always keep your fingers out of the way of the knife, and then see again on the angle. So just follow the rib, start on the angle,
Okay.
and then start straightening up, just like. Again, doesn't have to be any rush.
There isn't with me.
Well, the thing is, safety first,
How do I
practice.
do?
That's good. The only thing I would do is on this one, just come in like that.
Same thing on the other side.
Same on the other side.
There we go. All right.
Now, some people will go this way with the knife. It doesn't make any difference. You know, unless you're getting $1,000 a plate. You just, again, like we did with the celery, we're pushing through. Look at the nice slices you're getting.
Oh, that's really nice. Let me go ahead and try that.
And just take your time, go through. Perfect.
Very nice.
Yep, and then when you get to the end, I feel if I get a little nervous about the very end, I'll slice a couple thicker pieces, and then I'll just flip them and chop them like this. And I mean, you gotta remember, most of the time you're sauteing with it, you're putting it in a salad. Each piece doesn't have to, if you have one piece that's a eighth of an inch bigger than the other piece, nobody's gonna care.
Right.
And you still have your fingers.
Now his looks a lot better than mine, but mine's all right. Mine's okay.
It takes time to get, in practice. Just remember, there's road maps. I guess one day I'll show you, even on a chicken, there's actually, a chicken is almost exactly as a human body.
Okay.
And if you look, you'll see the road maps, and then I'll tell you exactly where to cut. So, and of course, I washed my hands and so did Mike. We boiled them at water before, so we're sanitized.
We're good to go with that.
Yes.
All right, so that was great. The celery, I like that trick about going down the middle first. That makes it easier just because they are bowed.
Yep.
Now this, following along the rib of the onion, that was huge, and that's why he wanted us to use a red onion for this. So now I understand completely. So let's move on. What do we have next? We got some green peppers and we got some cucumbers.
Okay.
What do you think?
Let's do a green pepper each.
Okay.
Now, don't cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah,
So-
those onions are singing.
Any vegetables, I hate it when they roll too much because then you can slip. So I always cut with my hands and the knife between my fingers.
Okay.
So you have this.
So straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Okay. Now I take my thumb and hardly any waste here, and then tap out the seeds. Perfect. Okay, now what I usually do is I cut this end. We're not throwing this out. We're going to chop that also.
Okay.
I cut both ends off, and then I break the pepper open like this.
Okay, got it.
Now I'm going to give him my paring knife. This is called a rib, and I don't like it just because it's white.
Okay.
And if you don't want something, so here if you want to take the little knife.
Yeah, I don't have one of these little guys. This comes in handy.
And these knives, believe it or not, I mean a lot of my knives are $50, $100. These knives I bought at a grocery store, and I think I got 4 of them for $2.
No
And,
kidding. These little things here?
Yep, they come in a little pack. So now break your pepper open like this. Okay. Now it's pretty flat. A lot of people try to cut from this side, but it's waxy.
Okay.
So I cut from this side, and again, sliding the fingers back. So make some nice strips. Okay. Now you can either use this for like dips, like it is,
Okay.
or you line them up like cordwood, like we did with the celery,
Gotcha.
and we just start dicing in the size you want to dice. If you want for chili, you might want to make the dices a little bigger, like this. But every slice, you know, it comes out pretty darn good.
Yeah, and you know what? We did a sharpening video right before we did this. This knife was in need of sharpening, and he, in just a few seconds, got it back to like out-of-box sharpness. So I'll put a link to that video up there right now so you can check that out.
So once you've got them set up, celery, the peppers like cordwood, you cut it to the size that you want to have. Either, you know, if chili, probably bigger like this.
Yep.
Soup or guacamole or salsa, tiny like this. And your knife is also good.
As long as you're careful when you do that.
Yes, as long as you're careful. I'm not going over the front, I'm going basically over the top.
Gotcha.
So just respect the knife, because the knife is your friend or not.
Respect the knife, very important.
Yeah. And there you go, there's a cucumber.
All right.
Now all these vegetables we washed earlier, so we don't have to worry. Now, again, this rolls, but if you're gonna make slices like for a salad, I usually cut off the tip,
Okay.
and then I start doing the, just like we did with the celery and onions. I just slide my fingers, and then you get the thickness that you want.
Oops, I was going a little bit too thin there.
No, that's the good
Dog's
thing.
gonna get one.
That's the good thing about cooking. It's a little thin, it's a little thin. You put them on a salad, you put them on a vegetable tray.
Right.
So the only person that's gonna know it was a little thin is you. Now if you want, then some other people, they'll cut a cucumber like this, and they'll take a little, maybe I can do it with this one. And then they'll stuff it with cream cheese and put a little parsley on top, make a little. So there's all kinds of little things you can do, but that's basically it. And unless you feel more comfortable, you want a flat surface.
Those are some knife skills. If I went that fast, I would have no fingers.
But as you see, Mike, there's no wrong way or right way. That's your way. So if somebody says, "Oh, that's the way I'm doing it," and that's basically. I guess I can show you one other thing a little bit.
We got an apple too. We're going to show you on this apple.
And basically, what I wanted to show you, maybe we'll wipe up the cucumbers off.
Yep.
When Mike's doing that, this is a slicer. This is what you use for roast beef or prime rib or a ham. You see it's serrated, not serrated, but I guess it's serrated. And this is made specially for cutting hams and beefs.
So that's ham and beef basically, right? So, because I have a slicer and I, for some reason, decided to try to carve a turkey with it and it didn't go very well. Yeah. It was just like too big, and...
Well, yes, sometimes, use a knife that you feel comfortable with. That's the thing. Now, this is a curved boning knife, and that's for getting in around a turkey leg or a turkey thigh. It's easier to work. A paring knife, and that's for doing apples. A smaller paring knife. I like the small one, and the reason being, you can feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's the right size. You can tell you don't have to worry about it coming back to get you there. And
that's the thing, if I was going to make a baked apple, I'd cut this halfway and then I would take the core out and put some sugar, brown sugar inside. But you can, I don't know if you want, you should use a knife that feels comfortable in your hand. And just take your time. There's no race.
I'm probably going a little deeper than
that. That's okay.
But
again, this all comes with practice. And if you feel like you got stuck, watch where your fingers are. But that's good. Perfect. Look at that.
Look at that. All right, we're getting it.
All right,
Very
that's
nice.
it. Yeah, that's.
So you got to share this baked apple recipe with us one day.
We will.
Yeah, for sure. Because I, at a job I had a long time ago, there was a lady that worked there. She was a secretary, and she was from Georgia, I think. And she had this recipe, some baked apple recipe, and there was caramel, there was the apple, there was some brown sugar or something in there. It was the most unbelievable dessert that I think I ever had in my life.
Well, a lot of baked apples, they leave a little bit of skin on the bottom just for looks, but you can take them all off. And really quickly, you take apple core and cored apple. Then you could put a little caramel in the bottom, like you would melt for candy apples. Some brown sugar. You can put a little apple cider, and then you can actually put a couple chopped nuts in there, and then you just line them up in your pan. Put a little apple juice or cider in the pan, and you bake it in the oven at about 375 until it's as tender as you want. You don't want it to go blurp.
Right.
Because then you got applesauce. So, Mike, I hope that's today.
In summary, so we went over. We did celery, we did onion, we did green pepper, we did cucumber. So the most important thing of this is knife safety. Is holding the knife. It's leaning on the knuckles. Fingertips are away. This is the most important thing that I think I learned today, which I kind of knew, but I wasn't really sure about exactly if I was doing it right. And it turns out I was pretty close. But safety is the biggest thing. So today we showed you how to chop an onion. We showed you how to slice up green pepper or chop. We did the same thing with cucumber. Also skinning the apple. And let's just real quick talk about the right tool for the right job. Like, you wouldn't try to do what we just did with this. No. You probably could, but you'd have a lot of waste and it would be a real cumbersome process. So having the right tool for the right job is also very important.
That's exactly. And make sure that when you pick up a knife, I hold a knife like this just because that's what feels comfortable in my hand. Some people hold like this. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like I have more control like this. But the biggest thing is, don't put your fingers like that. Keep your fingers, it sounds silly, but I guarantee you there's somebody in this world that's done that.
Yeah.
And like I said, this paring knife I use for some things. This is a smaller paring knife. These are for other things. And like this is basically a bread knife, but a lot of bread knives actually have bigger serrated edges. But again, as you said, right tool for the right job. And feel comfortable. Don't use a honking knife like this. And this just for information, I've had this knife since 1970. You see how dark it is. It's carbon steel. It sharpens easier, but after one onion, half an onion, it turns black again.
Okay.
So if you have carbon knives, put them in a frame and say that's a antique. But stay with stainless steel knives.
All right, well, I think that does it. If you guys like this video, comment down at the bottom. Let us know, give us some feedback if there's something else that you'd like to see. Carl's going to be back to do more stuff with us. I really enjoy his company. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for many years. He lives in the same community that I do here, and you know, we always talk about food every
and
time
we make darn good chili.
Yeah, we do. Well,
he does.
He
does.
He always wins. Well,
No.
when he participated, always wins the chili cook-off here in town.
He's
So,
got the best chili. So.
We got to get that chili cook-off
we gotta get
going
going
again.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So look, thank you, man. I really
you.
appreciate it. When Carl gets his channel up and running, I'm going to make sure to do a promo for him and get you guys over to his channel. He's very knowledgeable, way more so than I. I'm very happy and blessed to have him here to share this with you guys. Comment, subscribe, let us know if there's something else you want to see, and I'll see you on the next episode.